I'm Ingrid Tuano. I'm a flight attendant to Philippine Airlines for 33 years now. I'll start with in 1992, my first experience with Mama Julia. She was my passenger. I was upgraded in international in 1991. It was actually my second flight to Europe. Mama Julia is one of my passenger. Actually, before coming to Rome, she was already performed, killing to other passengers and crew of those came from Abu Dhabi, and then from Abu Dhabi, Frankfurt. With full surprise, actually, they endorsed Mama Julia to the crew, to my purser, who is the manager of the flight. They said that Mama Julia was our passenger during that time. And then the purser said, okay, we'll take care of her. I didn't know Mama Julia, anything about Mama Julia. On my duty, I received a call at the sky bed from a passenger. I hurriedly went up to the sky bed. There's only one passenger sleeping on the sky bed. And then one thing that surprised me, because she was sleeping, lying on the bed, but there was a very white glowing light under her. Actually, she was elevated with the hands on top of her tummy, and then she was glowing white. And then a strong scent of roses. Oh, I'm having goosebumps already. I can feel that time that there's really something going on. And then I was so scared. I was afraid because person on sky bed, she was glowing white, and I thought I saw a ghost. And I smelled flowers lingering around the sky bed. And then I hurriedly went down. And then I said to other crew that, the person who made the call, she's sleeping. How could that be? And then they said, oh, that's Mama Julia. Who's Mama Julia? She's now in the newspaper headline on the Philippine Star. Why don't you read the write-up regarding that Mama Julia? So I started reading the newspaper about Mama Julia. It's in the album. Here's the album. Here, Korean visionary tells President Virgin Mary wants Pinoys to repent. That's the title that's the headline of the Philippine Star. So you can see the picture of Mama Julia here with Mary of Naju, and also our President Cory Aquino during that time, with the Mama Mary again and the Mama Julia in Malacanang. So Mama Julia visited Cory Aquino in Malacanang. It says here the story of why Mama Julia came to the Philippines. She said that the Blessed Virgin Mary wants the Filipino to repent, to forgive their enemies and unite. She told President Aquino yesterday. So that's why Mama Julia went to the Philippines. This is the flight. This is very precious to me. These are the pictures with Mama Julia and the whole crew during that time. I'm with Mama Julia. I was the one who's serving Mama Julia in first class. So Mama Julia is with her husband, Julio, and on this photo, we are with Father Orbos and the rest of the crew. Even that time, Mama Julia was so smelled like a petal of roses. It was lingering around the airplane, and most of the passengers were already asking, where is that scent coming from? And that some of the crew told me, when you hold the hand of Mama Julia, they said it's like you were already holding the hand of Mama Mary. So the first thing that I wanted to do during the time when I was able to read the write-up about the miracles or the visions of Mama Julia in Korea, I was supposed to go up again and try to look at her and check on her. But when the time about to go up, she was already going down and she was singing. Father Orbo says, it's in Latin. She was singing a Hail Mary song or a Marian song while going down the stairs. The smell of a roses were really very strong. And then I was about to touch her that time, but it's vice versa. It was Mama Julia who touched me and kissed me on the forehead. And then she immediately touched my heart because that time I had a heart problem. When I was in college, I have this illness. And sometimes I have this palpitation. And when I got so tired, sometimes I have difficulty in breathing until I went to a doctor, prescribed me a medicine that will stop the palpitation. So I'm having this, there are times that I passed out. And then without saying Mama Julia about my condition, she knew right away what is my problem. And then because she immediately put her hand on my chest, she touched my chest and continued singing in Latin. But the voice of Mama Julia, it's echoing. It's not directly hear it from her mouth. It's echoing around the aircraft. And I know it's not her who's singing. It could be Mama Mary is singing. And I believe during that time, the presence of Mama Mary of Naju was really in that plane during that time. And then she said that in Korean, I'm already healed. And I fainted. I didn't know what happened after that. The smell is really getting stronger and stronger while she's doing that. And then a lot of us witnessed, all my crew who were with me during that time in 1992, they were healed with their illness. So I believe it was the healing of Mama Mary of Naju through Mama Julia who healed us. And I am free of that illness already. And since then, I never had this difficulty of breathing, no palpitation anymore. And then when I woke up, I saw her. She was already healing some of the passengers and some of the crew. And even our flight deck crew went down to see her. And also, they wanted to be healed by Mama Julia. Martin is now my husband. But during that time, we flew together. He was just my boyfriend. And then he told me that, can you please tell Mama Julia to heal my mom because my mom is now in the ICU because of kidney failure. She was really serious during that time. And then I to approach Mama Julia because there's too many passengers and crew who kept on asking for her healing until we touched down in Rome. And then I tried to catch up Mama Julia on the bridge while she's on the way to the arrival area. I said, if she can please bless my boyfriend during that time, Martin, because his mom is in the hospital because of kidney failure. She said, okay, sure. And then Mama Julia went to him and then touched the forehead of Martin and then started praying for Martin. While doing the praying, she started blowing the forehead of my husband. And then she asked for a photo. And then we showed a photo of my husband's mother. And then she said that she will be okay. Father Orbos told us, interpreted that the mother will be healed from the kidney failure. And then you know what happened? That same day, when we called the province where the mom was in the Philippines, when we called them, the sister of my husband told him that that his mom was already out of danger and she was already in the regular room. Mm-hmm. And then that was one of the miracles that happened. So I believe that it was Mary of Naju and through Mama Julio that my mother-in-law was healed. So after that flight, because that was, I remember that was a 28 days flight. So almost a month we are away from our family. So after that flight, I went home, I went back to Manila, and then I have 2 weeks off in Manila. And then they gave me again another flight to Europe. So I went again to Italy. And I don't think it is already a coincidence, because I think that I have really a mission why it's always where I am assigned. Mama Julia is there. Like the first time that I was assigned in first class, Mama Julia was there. And then the next flight from Italy going back home to the Philippines, and Mama Julia's going back to Korea, they are seated at rows 65. At the end of the aircraft, it's in economy with the husband, again with Father Orbos. And then she was really all smile at me. And then I again smelled the scent of roses lingering again around the airplane. And then I told all the crew with me that I said, Mama Julia is here with us. And then they said, who's Mama Julia? Oh, she's the visionary of Korea. She saw Mama Mary, and her Mama Mary was shedding tears with blood. And she's also having this. But during that time, I only knew that the Mama Mary of Naju was shedding blood, crying with the tears of blood. And then that's what I told my other crew. And then I said, when you touch her, it's just like you're touching Mama Mary. And then they said, oh, really, Ingrid? I wanted to go closer to her, and I wanted my mom to get healed because my mom is very sick. And then they all came to Mama Julia. And one thing I remember, that was the time when she gave me a prayer booklet, or a small prayer book. She gave me hundreds of that with her signature. And then I lent her my ball pen so that she can sign all the prayer book. And then after signing all of that, the smell of my ball pen smells like the petal of roses. And then I put that in my altar. It smells the same. It's like 4 years until there was a big typhoon that I lost that pen. But she gave me a rosary wood ring. And then she said that she had that when she was first baptized as Catholic. And the interpretation of Father Orbos to me, Mama Julia is giving me that necklace. And then she said she saw my necklace during that time that I was just wearing a cross without Mama Mary on that. And then she gave me her necklace. She said, have this Mama Mary hang in your neck every time you fly so you will be protected. And then she said that you will only use that, or you only give that to someone who will really need prayers and healing for her illness. And then, so I kept that. Then when I got home, my mom is due for operation because my mom had a thyroid. She has a cyst in the thyroid. And then I told her that Mama Julia was my passenger in coming back here in the Philippines. And then I said, you know what, Mommy? She gave me a ring. I put the ring on her neck, and then we prayed Hail Mary 3 times, then Glory be 3 times. And then I said, just Mommy, believe that Mama Mary will heal you, and you don't need operation for that. The miracle happened. It really, she didn't actually, when she went to the doctor for operation, when she had an x-ray, the doctor said, there's no more cyst on her neck. And then they were all surprised because it was a big cyst already on her thyroid. And it's really due for operation because she's having this difficulty of breathing. And most of the time she's experiencing choking because of that cyst on her thyroid. But when the doctor tried to look at her with the x-ray, there's no more cyst. And then, I remember also when I went to my doctor for checkup, I was already completely healed with my palpitation, with my heart problem. And I believe it was Mama Mary through Mama Julia who healed me and my mom. And I want to tell you the story about also the experience of Kyla. I have a child who's epileptic. So my child, she had her seizure disorder when she was 7 years old. When she was nine, she was in the ICU for 2 weeks. She was in comatose because of status epilepticus, meaning it's a continuous seizure. That's why she was not able to wake up and even think. The best thing that the doctor can do to her was to give her a tablet or sleeping pills, because that will only calms her brain from keep on having this seizure. I remember me and my husband were really struggling a lot. It's really hard, if you have a child who's sick, who's very ill. And then she was not able to go to school because of frequent seizure attacks. And her brain was deteriorating, and then cognitive as well, communicating as well. She's like a child. Now she's 20 years old, but she talks and she thinks like a 9-year-old child. Just this November 8th, Kyla said that I felt Jesus. Jesus held my hand. Jesus held my hand and said that Jesus of mercy and glory. She said that during that time, Jesus of mercy and glory held her hand. My daughter, who's epileptic, Cecil Yu, who was giving us the Naju water. And then she told me that put a drop of Naju water in your drinking water and let Kyla have that drinking water. And then when she started drinking that, the seizure stopped for almost 20 days or 22 days. There's no attack at all. And she was so okay and she was so fine. And then she said, mommy, every time I drink that Naju water, I felt good. I felt at peace. And from now on, every time she's not feeling well or she has this headache because of the seizure attack, or we always drop a Naju water on her forehead. We believe in the power of healing of the water from Naju. Cecil used, actually, the last time she gave me 50 bottles of Naju water, and then I gave it to all the members of my organization. I was just elected steward of Apostleship of Prayer in our parish, and the mission started. I started to visit the sick. I gave them Naju water, and then they already experienced miracle from the Naju water. And there, I have one of my friends who's also diabetic. His both knees are amputated already because of diabetes. Now he's in the hospital, but then he told me that, Ingrid, I did not do the drop in the water. I drank the whole bottle for my healing. And I believe I was healed because all the blood tests, all the tests that he did in the hospital, it was all normal. Rafi Grandat is very close to me. It's also a member of our organization, the Apostleship of Prayer. And she said that, Ingrid, I believe in the healing of Naju water because he drank the whole bottle in a pitcher. And then he said, I needed the supply of Naju water because that Naju water gives him relief from all the pain and from all the depression and stress because of his condition. And he said that, it helps him a lot. So that is the story of my experience of miracle with Mary of Naju, and also to the miracles of Jesus of mercy and glory. Mama Julia, it's been years since the last time that we saw each other. And I believe it was Mama Mary who did that call for me to go up and look at her and attend to her. I am really hoping and really praying to see you personally again and meet you again. And Mama Julia, whatever I'm doing and whatever my mission now with to help propagate or to help you propagating the healing of Mary of Naju and Jesus of mercy and glory, and more power to all the missions of the Mary of Naju and the Naju water. I will continue propagating about it. Even if you're there and I'm here, I still felt the love and the affection and that you showed me. And thank you for the healing. I just would like you to always guide me and always keep me in your prayer. And I wish to see you and meet you soon. And I love you, Mama Julia. We love you, Mama Julia, and we love Mama Mary of Naju. We love you, everybody. Let's go back to the first story that I told you that Mama Julia coming home to the after my second flight from Italy. Mama Julia was once again my passenger. And then Mama Julia gave me wooden rosary. After giving me this, she told me by the interpretation of Father Orbos that I can use this by touching this or touching the sick person of whatever the illness or the pain is coming from. She told me to just hold this ring and then touch the part of the body that has pain. And then that's what I did to my mom. Then I was flying to Hawaii that time. I remember I have a passenger who has a leukemia. She has a 3-year-old child. And then all the rosary, the prayer book, and the pendant that Mama Julia gave me, I have it all in my bag. So I approached the lady because the flight was delayed. She said that we have to be there on time in Hawaii because she's going to have a blood transfusion. And then I don't know what happened, that there's a problem with our aircraft that it has to fix. It has to be fixed. And then we were delayed for 2 hours. And I was afraid of her because she said if she will not have that blood transfusion, she will bleed. And then she will start bleeding profusely. And then that's why she needed to be in Hawaii because she is scheduled for the blood transfusion. And then I said, "Are you a Catholic?" And then she said, "Yes, I'm a Catholic. Can I pray over you? I have a wooden ring that was given to me by a visionary of Korea, Julia Kim." And she know about Julia Kim. And then she said, "Oh, really? I really love to. And then I want the ring to touch over your head. And then we will pray." So I prayed Our Father, one Hail Mary, and Glory be. And then my personal intention for her that we will be able to go to leave Manila and reach Hawaii just in time for her blood transfusion. So I called other crew to come with me and pray with me to pray over with that passenger. While that wooden ring, I just placed it on top of her head. And then we were all praying over her. And then since we were delayed already by 2 hours, she needed to go in Hawaii because she's from Hawaii, but she's a Filipina, but a US citizen who lives already in Hawaii. So when we arrived in Hawaii, I told her, "Mom, if ever that this ring will help you, will do miracles on you, please send me an email." So I gave her my email address because my mom was healed because of that. And I believe and I trust the Lord that you will be healed. And I know that since it was given to me by a visionary, I believe that Mama Mary will give you that healing. And then she said, "Okay, I'll send you a message and I will update you whatever will happen to me. And I will give you an update." And then 2 months later, I received an email from her. And then she told me that she was already cancer-free. And then she did not bleed. Everything, her hemoglobin, everything became normal. That's what she told me. And then until the doctor announced to her that she's already cancer free. That happened 1996. I can remember very clearly that she gave me an email and regarding the miracle that happened to her, that she was now completely healed and she's free of cancer. I told them that let's start propagating the Mary of Naju because I truly believe all the miracles that is happening, that is really true, because I already experienced, I saw in my very own eye of what Mama Julia did during our flight. And I smelled the fragrance of roses, and I know only Mama Mary can do that. And I believe that all the apparitions, all the visions that Mama Mary, that Mama Julia is experiencing, I believe that is all true because I myself witnessed that. And thank you for giving me this chance to share with you the miracles of my life, my experience with Mama Julia, and the healing of Mary of Naju through Mama Julia. I love you, Mama Julia.